My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Ultimate Editions, The Dead Man, The Undertaker. And so here we have the Ultimate Edition Undertaker posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories really fast. The Undertaker does come with 3 different head sculpts. We do get the head that he has on him right now, where the hair is down in front of his face. We do have one where his hair is slicked back. And then we do have a head where his eyes are rolled back and his tongue is sticking out. Undertaker also comes with 3 sets of hands. We do get a pair of choke slamming hands. We get a pair of grip hands. Then we get a right hand throat slitting hand. And then we have an open left hand. Undertaker also comes with his entrance coat, which is really nice. I do love this coat. It looks really good on the figure. It's done in a hard plastic with a soft goods cape, which I really do like that. Other than that, Undertaker doesn't come with anything else, so let's actually move on to his details. And so here we have a closer look at the Ultimate Edition's Undertaker, and I have to say, really impressed by this figure. There's a lot of interesting, unique sculpt going on with this figure, but there's also some familiarity with him. For starters, let's actually talk about this head. This is the head that everybody criticized on this figure, saying it looked like Michael Jackson in the promotional images, and yeah, I will agree, not my favorite head sculpt when I saw the initial promo images, but seeing it in hand, I think this is my favorite head out of the 3. I think it represents the Undertaker the best, and it looks really good. I do like the fact that the hair is flowing through in front of his face. However, I do have to point out, I'm not a fan of the way the hair flows in general, mainly because there is a huge problem here. This head is designed to go with his entrance coat, which does come up over his neck, which is why this doesn't cover the front or the back of his neck. I would have liked to see another head with the hair completely down, that his hair didn't have to have all this, and it's a really good head sculpt for the Undertaker. I really hope that at some point Mattel gives us a head where the hair is just down, because I think that would be the perfect Undertaker, at least Attitude Era Undertaker in my honest opinion. But yeah, this Undertaker looks really good. I do like that. So having a look at his attire, this is the attire we have been asking for a very long time for the Undertaker, and it is spectacular. I love this attire. This is the attire I grew up watching the Undertaker, and so it's the one that I most associate with the Undertaker, and it looks really good. I am happy that Mattel was finally able to give us this costume for the Undertaker. Now, his coat right here, I call it a coat, but it's mainly like his vest piece, is done in a soft rubber. I would have liked it if it was a thinner rubber, just because it does get in the way of the butterfly joint, but the way they designed it, it's soft enough that you can still work the butterfly joint. I just wish it was softer so that it gave more room. But it's still a really nice look. I love the clips and the crosses right here. The shoulder pads right here look really nice. He does have his tattoos right here, and of course he does have his elbow pads, which on my elbow pad, unfortunately, you can see it started tearing right here. That's very unfortunate, but there's really not much I can do about that. On this one, we don't have too much of an issue, although we do have some excess plastic right here in the front. The back of this elbow pad looks perfectly fine. Really am happy that they did include the MMA gloves, although a pair of fists would have been nice to have with the Undertaker. You know, that's one of his things. He throws fists, and I really think that Undertaker needs a pair of fists. And of course, these cuffs are a separate piece, so if they're a little bit too high, you can scoot them down just to close up the gaps, so I do like that. So everything from, I believe, the torso down to his shins is unique sculpt, and I really do like that because we have all this nice detailing. I kind of wish that if they had done this in harder plastic and just made Undertaker a little bit thicker, that would have been much better. But as it stands, this is still really nice. I do like the wrinkles in his costume right here. Then we do have the crosses or the X's right here on the side with the buckles, and those are sculpted nicely. And this is something that is exclusive to the Undertaker. I don't think any other figure has had this yet. But yeah, all his legs, his pelvis piece, the thighs and knees, and I believe, well, the knees could be reused, but I don't think so because they are pinless. But from the shins all the way up to his torso is completely unique, and I do really like seeing that. His boots we have seen once before, and that was with Kane, and I do like the fact that they got the boots right. Undertaker didn't have laces at this time, they were just the zip-up boots right here in the side. So they really did pay attention to Undertaker's costume here, and they did a very good job with it, I'm not gonna lie. So overall, this Undertaker has some really nice things going for him. I kind of wish that we got a fourth head with, again, the hair just flowing down. That would have been so much nicer than just being able to display the figure from the front, because from the front, it's not too bad. It looks really nice. It's just from the side and from the back that it gets kind of stupid, to be quite honest. But Mattel is gonna Mattel whenever they can, and when they're at the clutches of greatness, they always slip up somehow, some way, some form. It's just the way Mattel is. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Undertaker compared to other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have the Undertaker posed next to an Ultimate Edition's Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. Here we have the Ultimate Edition Undertaker posed next to an Elite 79 Undertaker. And finally, here we do have the Ultimate Edition Undertaker posed next to the Ultimate Edition Kane. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a look at Undertaker's articulation. Now, he does have a ball joint in the head, which, because of the way his hair is sculpted, this head can look up the best. But yeah, it does make the hair look kind of goofy, to be quite honest. This hair looks goofy to begin with, so it's really not that big an issue. You can tilt his head side to side, and we get some really nice head tilt. So really good range here on that head. Does turn left and right, no problem. This is probably the best head to articulate because the hair is, of course, sculpted the way it is, and it gets out of the way. Arms are on butterfly joints, so it does pivot forward and back. Now, you will see some resistance from his vest here, unfortunately. His arms do go out to the side to about right there. They go all the way around, not at all hindered by the soft vest, so I do like that. We get a bicep swivel, working pretty good. Then he does have a double bend here at the elbow, and one thing I do like is that despite having the thicker elbow pad, the double joints seem to actually help with articulation, so I do like that. He has a swivel hinge at the wrist, working fine. He has a ball joint here in the mid-torso, leaning back and somewhat forward, leans side to side. It doesn't rotate, unfortunately, but it does rotate here at the waist. Legs go out to about right there, go back, out to the side, no problem. Thigh swivel works perfectly fine. Double bend here at the knee, really good range there. We have a swivel at the boot, a little bit loose on this side. It's still loose, but not as loose as this one. This one feels really loose, unfortunately. He does have a hinge in the ankle going back and forward. We do have some slight rocker ankle here on Undertaker, and then we do have a toe hinge. So overall, really good range here on the dead man. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Undertaker posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Ultimate Edition Undertaker pose for my final thoughts, and overall I think Mattel has done a really nice job with this Undertaker. There are some slight missteps with this figure, especially with the best head sculpt being relegated to only being displayed with the vest on, and that is a little bit unfortunate because as nice as this figure looks with his entrance coat on, he looks just as nice with the entrance coat off, and the fact that we only get two real heads to display him, and then that third head, the hair is kind of stupid on that. It really does boggle my mind as what does Mattel think sometimes. This was a very, very nice figure, and it could have been done even better, but they decided to go this route with his hair, and it's just kind of strange that we get these really nice, fantastic sculpt, but they screw it up with the hair and making it exclusive to the coat. Now, you can get away with it through photography, which is really nice. I do like the fact that they give you the option to make it a little bit work around the hair issue, but that's not forgiving. It's an actual issue. Other than that, I still think this is a really nice figure. Mattel did put a lot of effort into this figure by giving him mostly unique sculpting. I do know he shares the arms with Kane, and then these are hands we've seen before. But other than that, the rest of the figure is almost completely unique, with the exception of the boots. Other than that, he's still a very impressive looking figure, and this is the one attire that I have been asking for a really long time, and I am really happy to finally have it in hand. If you are looking for the Ultimate Edition Undertaker, Ringside Collectibles has started getting them in and shipping them out, so if you haven't already done so, order them now while they're in stock. You don't want to miss out on an Ultimate Edition figure, because more than likely it's going to triple or sometimes go up in value 4 times what it's originally worth. So you really got to pick these figures up if you're a fan of the Ultimate Edition line, WWE, or just a fan of the Undertaker and want another dead man in your collection. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other WWE and my Ultimate Edition videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.